Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages, welcome back to another edition of the greatest goddamn D&D stream in this world and the next here. Welcome, Goblins Under the Stairs. Oh yeah, you got Carlos Garcia, formerly known as Solrak the Destroyer, currently the Captain Rampu McNasty, coming to town with my epic crew of wait now to be named the Stonebreakers. Oh yeah, we got our own sound. And of course, I ain't here alone. We got Langston Embershroud, we got Manto Zermeister, we got Crick, and of course, to lead us along in this epic adventure, the greatest goddamn D&D DM on the land here, it's Nate Gonzalez. Take it away here.
All right, thank you, Mr. McNasty, and welcome back, everyone, to tonight's Sunday night edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. Happy to be back at it after a little bit of a time off. I guess we just played Tuesday, right? Seems like it was fucking forever ago. Regardless, happy to be back at it. Give you guys a quick little recap, and then we will get into this game. Last time we were together, you guys just saw some bats flying up around the ship. A little curious about that, as you guys were quite far from any sort of land. You guys poked around, did some investigating, but of course Crick decided to get back to his task of cooking food for the ship, while the rest of the crew was doing some investigating, making a lovely menage of flavors in this stew. Manto went down and found inside of this one storage area some caskets where the bats flew out of, and following behind them were a couple of vampire spawns that almost laid Manto to rest if it wasn't for Langston's quick thinking. That's right. Langston got down on his belly to see underneath the door and cast some healing to his companion. And with that, you guys turn the tide on this battle, able to defeat these vampire spawn, and have a word with the captain about this afterwards. You guys asked her about some of the things that they were carrying around on here. So they seemed ignorant to anything, and still, Captain Crew, she seems very. She claims that, or she states that these people were just, rich nobles from Waterdeep, traveling them to Luskin to be put to rest once and for all. They were just newlyweds, and they knew nothing of the fact that they were inflicted with such a infectious disease. And after laying them to waste, you guys took a little bit of a rest, finally got some sleep for the night, and woke up the next morning with Crick still in the kitchen cooking up some stew. Handed around to some of the crew up here, kept you guys a little bit of second pot, a cleaner pot, and went around and started feeding some of the crew. Two of them ended up getting sick from his concoction. The rest of them seemed to applaud him for his skills, his culinary skills. And you guys continue on your traveling to Luskin, about a day and a half away at this point. As you guys continue on your travels, we're in the middle of the day, on the second day of travel. What would you guys like to do? I'll point out also, of course, you guys learned about another what's the word? Cargo that they're transporting, some sort of fiendish ape-like demon that they have in the bottom hold of the ship, and urge you guys to not interrupt with that, and they have a safety net or curtain around it to keep them secure, and as long as nothing messes with that, you guys should all be fine.
I think we should mess with it.
Me too.
And then they all died. How long do we have left till we get there, by the way?
You have one more night, and you guys will get there by midday tomorrow.
Okay. So I would like more information about the people who sent the corpses over and the people who have the giant monster down there. So I'm going to go chat with the captain about that.
Sure. As you're doing this, just kind of maybe if we can like tag team some stuff. Is there anything else anyone wants to do that could maybe team up with this, or you want to tag along with him to ask some other questions?
Yes, I will. I definitely want to tag along with him for that, and in doing so, actually, yeah, no, just I'll leave it at that. I will tag along with him to kind of gather some intel with that.
Okay.
Make some quick ham sandwiches for lunch, then tag on. And yeah, I'm very curious about what's going on in the third level of the ship, and I'm very untrustworthy of everyone on this ship.
Right.
All right. And then I guess I'll probably end up tagging along as well. But first, I do want to kind of like make my way up to like the. Help me out with what is the front of the ship? Bow of the ship? That's the front part.
The ass.
I literally said the front part.
The bow is the forward
front
part.
Yeah,
ass.
that's the bow.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just like get up here and then like the two guys that Crick poisoned, just like I'm not gonna like cast anything on them, make it seem like man of the light, and like try to be like make them feel a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just be like, hey, rough go around. I know, takes not everyone gets the sea legs first go, and then just like give like a little bit of holy light and see if like placebo effect takes over.
Go ahead and
Before
roll persuasion or performance check as we do this.
All right, persuasion.
That'd be so cool.
21.
Hell yeah!
There we go.
That's about a persuasive.
Today's your day.
You lay your hand on him. He's like sweating. You feel like the clamminess of his pores, just like when you're sick, and especially when you get like seasick and like nauseous like this. That's like you just start shivering and like sweating. You can't help yourself. And he has his eyes closed as you like go to heal him as you put your hand on his head. His eyes closed. A little bit of cloud covering the sun today, but a little bit of the cloud just breaks for a second as the sun shines through, and it kind of burns his scalp for a second, and he can feel that for that instant, and then you pull your hand away and the clouds cover once again, and he's like, thank you. I don't know what the powers are, but your warmth, it's something. He kind of just holds it back. I'm feeling better now.
I'm happy I could assist you. It is what I am here for. May you be blessed, brother. And if you puke on my shoes, I will reverse this and make it so much worse for you. And I'll walk away.
Incredible. As you walk away,
Rick looks up and sees Langston do this, and he's just, what a person that Langston is.
You see Langston's cheeks flare as he smells like, oh, God.
All right, so we got Rampu and Manto. They go over to speak with Thea Crew, the captain, with Asark, the first mate, at the bow of the ship, or the stern rather, I guess. She, as you guys approach, and she's kind of cleaning out the bowl of her stew, wiping her hand and licking the insides. Your buddy, I mean, I got to hand it to him. A little too much garlic, but I think that just gave me the little kick I needed for the day.
I'm telling you, 19 pounds of garlic just is the pinch ingredient that you need to make the excellent stew. Who knew?
Wait, you used all 19 pounds? That's supposed to last us a couple more months.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? It's Crick.
I guess we'll have to get some more in Luskin. I mean, it was damn good, so.
Yeah, I can smell you from here. Anyways, I did want to inquire, if you will, my captain, about a couple of people who are obviously clients of yours. That being the ones who sent the dead body that turned into vampires and almost killed everyone, if you remember. And ones who sent that beast. One who not allowed to look at.
Damn it, these pictures.
Tell me more about them.
She looks at you. Yeah, I mean, what I've told you is pretty much all the information that we have, that we've gathered. And the couple, the newlyweds from Waterdeep, there's just It was a rich family, and they send them back up to Luskin to reunite with some other family members. Their uh, kind of ancestral burial place. Apparently, all their family members are buried up there. But the demon, it's like I said, there's some hunters of Chult captured it. They found it down there. It's a strange land, that Chult, and they think that the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskin, have an interest in it, and so we're tasked to deliver it for them, and we were instructed to make sure that it gets there in the same shape that we procured it in.
So, have you happened to take a look at it?
Oh,
By chance?
yeah, it's something.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Can you tell me more?
I mean, what do you want to know?
What
I
kind of
told
creature
you,
is it?
it's some. I mean, it
Got
looks like.
claws, big teeth, long, it's little. I don't know.
Yeah, it's got some big old fangs on it. Imagine if you took like a giant ape, you gave it some knuckles as wide as, and kind of like looks around, like as wide as that barrel down there, and then its fangs, they're sticking out of its jaw. It's got some ones protruding out from the bottom. I mean, it's more like a orangutan almost than an ape, but the size of it is just it's gruesome, man. There's tusk, something else. I mean, this thing had to weigh at least 600, 700 pounds.
Now, how do they catch such a beast?
Yeah, that's a damn good question. Not one I thought to ask myself, but there's hunters. It's crazy down there in Chult. If you've never been, probably for the best to stay away.
Say, someone who spent some time in the woods, I'm quite impressed by the stories you tell me.
Savage beasts, shit, even massive dinosaurs roam those lands. Yeah, quite terrifying stuff.
Yes. Now, what kind of magic is holding it together in that place?
There's we got him in some reinforced mithril cage, and then there's some sort of fabric cloth over the cage that those hunters they provided that with some runes or sigils, some of that magic stuff on the inside of it to help protect it and keep it in a passive state inside of there, and it cannot break out of that from that barrier.
Oh. Now, aside from it being a terrifying creature, did the creature attack anybody? Never heard of such a thing.
Oh, I'm not sure if it attacked anyone or anything. I think maybe these hunters roaming the lands, they see a beast that shit, I'm not even sure if you can call it a beast, but a monstrosity that might make them a nice little gold, line their pockets a bit, and I think they saw an opportunity.
Perhaps this poor beast has committed no other crime, being a little bit different, and I go my feels a little bit, because I know what that's like.
Yeah, no, that's a possibility. But if you saw this thing and the way it was raging out inside of that cage, again, it could be, as you said, mistaken identity kind of thing. And of course, if you were in a cage, you'd probably be raging too. It seemed quite demonic, though, if you want the truth.
It's fair enough. I take your word for it, Captain. Well, that's all I needed to know. Anto?
Honestly, I was just here to listen. Get any information. I'll let you do most of the talking, Captain.
He's a good listener. I've noticed that.
I'll do what I can.
Just keep him around.
Listener, yes. Obedient. We're getting there.
Oh, yeah, well, those are two different things. That.
Right.
But anyways, by the way, and I take out a little piece of like pad that I see over there. Where could I find the people that had the corpses delivered to them? Would you know their names?
Yeah, it was the Williamsons.
Williamsons. Okay. Thank you. And I keep
Hey.
that in mind.
You know, I do have a question
Shoot.
that I will do. Have you guys been able to?
Oh, don't shoot! That's just kidding.
Nice. Have you guys been able to communicate with this thing at all?
No, that's not something we've have tried. It's not something I think anyone's really interested in.
Okay. That's it, Captain.
Do you think you could get into its mind? It sounded like it was pretty raging.
Well, I can get into everyone's mind with a little consent. It's just a matter of whether, I mean, even though I can telepathically communicate with, well, that's the only way I can communicate, quite frankly. I still have to be able to understand a language that they speak, and quite frankly, I don't think that they speak any of the couple of languages that I do. With that being said, it is worth a try, maybe, if any of you guys are trying to pick its brain at all.
I have a feeling if what the captain is saying is true, if we try to pick its brain, it's going to pick our corpses dry. So I suggest we stay far away from that creature. But that couple was the only corpses you were bringing across the ship, correct?
Oh, correct. Yep. Everything else is pretty standard trade and fare.
There was no correlation between the Williamsons and the Fiend, correct?
No, none at all. Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Good enough for me.
All right. And I know yesterday was quite hectic and everything. Today, don't worry about any task unless you really feel inclined to help out and whatever. If you want to go up on the crow's nest and take a look out, and your one buddy with the red hair, he seemed very helpful with fixing some things. No pressure, and we'll make sure that we get you guys your 10 gold pieces back before we dock tomorrow.
Thank you very much. I haven't had a vacation day in years, so I'll let you do your thing.
I think Crick said he might be wanting to make another meal. I mean, I know. Last night's was quite scrumptious.
As if
A little bit, a
already
little
down
too
there
much
making a
garlic,
sandwich.
though.
as long as he wants to keep cooking and kind of smacks your belly and keeping us happy, that's all right with me.
I totally agree.
All right. Well, if you need us, we'll be around.
Gives you
I
cheers.
kind of like look around, and make sure no one's kind of like paying too close attention, and then immediately I kind of like hit the stairs and then proceed to go to the level that the Fiend is on.
Okay, so I'll drag you downstairs and I'll drag Crick down there too. You guys are over there. Before we make our way over there, Langston, do you have anything that you want to jump in and do?
I am so hesitant to do this a second time, but based on what happened like with yesterday and seeing him go down the stairs again, I'm just like, surely it doesn't happen twice as I have like one hand on the ladder for the crow's nest. I'm just like, nope, and I'll just stay on the ground level, and if I could just kind of scout over the edges of the ship and just see if I notice anything under the waves, or if there are any more rogue bats anywhere. Just keep an eye on something.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're down on the ship's deck here and observing out to the sea.
That's a natural one. We're back, boys.
Natural one.
Yay!
Love it. You kind of like go to look over the edge, and one of the crewmen's like, excuse me, we're working over here, and gets in front of you, and you're like, what the hell? And you go to turn around and go to the other side, and there's a couple crates like blocking your view that way, and you like get on your tippy toes and you try to jump over and look at it. Yep, there's water over there.
Just staring at a crate, just like, riveting stuff.
Yeah, not doing a great job of of seeing any potential dangers, but hopefully there are none around anyways.
I just clap my hands. I'm like, looks like we're on a boat. And just start mending it again.
Yep, there's no land around.
Just good work, everybody. Keep it up.
That's right. Amazing. All right, so as you keep your watch, we get. Let's go to Crick downstairs. You making some Sam sandwiches?
Yeah, so I guess while everybody was up there doing their thing, Crick he went right downstairs after Langston, after he saw Langston heal that guy, and he's like, I'm gonna start cooking up lunch. And it's basically, one ham sandwich with cheese, one ham sandwich with cheese and a little bit of shoe leather, and another ham sandwich with cheese, then another ham sandwich with rotten tomato and some bug juice that he found on his shoe. And he's got like one stack of 4 and then another big stack for the crew.
All right.
And as Manto comes down, he kind of hears him walk down and sticks his head out.
Yeah, I imagine I see like a large stack of sandwiches and then a couple sandwiches. I'm like, I'm gonna guess these are for us, as I'm pointing at like the smaller stack.
He just pats it. You learn quite quickly.
I grab one real quick and then I'm about to take a bite, but like I do like a quick little inspection, make sure it's Hellman's and not Miracle Whip, and I'm like, yeah, all right, we're good. No poop here.
It's all about the koopy.
Delicious ham sandwich that you eat. It hits the lips, and you don't even see tomato in it, but it tastes like tomato. It's weird.
And not as much garlic today, thank you.
No garlic. We're all out of garlic.
Good luck
And
covering
as
up
you-
the
as
taste
you-
in the second soup batch.
as you eat that, Crick kind of looks at you and goes, "So, where are you off to now?"
I'm gonna go check out the fiend that's on the 3rd floor.
I've been meaning to get down there. I can try to be quiet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and scope it out. See if I can gather any sort of understanding. They don't really seem to understand too much about this being. It's kind of weird that they just allow. I mean, I understand, money talks, but at the same time, it's kind of weird that they'll just allow almost anything. Undead vampires, or I guess all vampires are undead nonetheless, but in just random fiends onto their ship without not knowing much about it. I feel like it just doesn't add up.
This does seem to be a rather loosely run ship. I
Yeah,
actually wouldn't mind it
again,
if Rampu was captain here. That's a weird feeling.
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
I don't hear that, but somewhere I just like feel like myself just standing a little bit straighter, and I don't know why.
I mean, in Thea's defense, she hasn't crashed the ship yet. But I don't know. I give Rampu the benefit of the doubt. He's
Sure,
a good
man.
guy. He's certainly come a long way.
He tries. Definitely top 10.
I don't know if he's getting worse or better for you.
Me neither.
But anyway, I am going to go check out that fiend. You keep doing what you're doing, I guess.
I'll stay at the top of the stairs and just let me know if I can come down.
I will certainly let you know. in the meantime, just keep making those poopy ham sandwiches, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
these aren't poop sandwiches. They're bug sandwiches. And I scrape more stuff off the bottom of my shoe.
Tomato. And that's quite an insensitive term. And I just walk away.
Crick is mildly upset with himself for a second because he was kind of disrespectful to his friend.
It's this way.
Yeah, you see the
And then he
stairs
spreads
right
the bug juice on the pan.
there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Rampu, I know like you're just up on the deck right now. Would you maybe be going down also, or would you be staying up like on the, because being captain and doing that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm used to being up there, but also, I don't know, man. I don't necessarily know everything that's been going on, but I'm going to keep an eye out on the outside, anything else
That's fair.
weird.
Totally fair. So Manto continues on down the stairs then. Whoops, not outside of the ship. Right here.
And as I'm going down the stairs, immediately, like chameleon carapace, just kind of like along the wall, like trying to blend in with like the surroundings.
Okay, are you trying to hide from the guards down here?
For the time being, I'm trying to like see if I can get any sort of visual before coming in contact with the guards.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Yeah.
With advantage, of course.
Whoops.
Well, it doesn't
22
matter. Okay.
or 18.
Alright, yeah, you sneak on down, kind of blending into the wood grain texture around you. You sneak on down to this bottom level where you see storage area, crates being tied against the walls and stacks of barrels and boxes. And down here you see two crewmen of the ship sitting around at a table playing some cards, as behind them you see a 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide, just black curtains, sitting over something in the middle of the room behind them.
All right. I would proceed. I will proceed to, I guess, approach it. And as I get closer, I'm gonna try and get as close as possible. And I try to get within like just level with the guards as I then proceed to drink my potion of clairvoyance. Let me ask you. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I want to drink the potion of clairvoyance. I want to be able to see what's going on after I exit this level. What's the time for how long clairvoyance lasts?
Clairvoyance lasts 10 minutes.
It lasts 10 minutes.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. Do I notice anything with the fiend aside from just the fact that it's covered?
So you can't see anything. So go and move your token. Where the hell are you right now?
I'm sorry. The AboveVTT, like, it keeps like I can't click out of my sheet sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, because mention that to me. You just hit the spacebar. It's bugged right now because D&D Beyond changed things.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering the
if
same
you
thing
just
for so long.
ask me a question,
Thank
I'll give you
you.
the answer to it.
I didn't know if it was like a bug with AboveVTT.
Let me know anytime
Okay.
you have a problem. I probably have an answer to it.
Gotcha. So I imagine I get probably right there. And actually, if I don't see anything kind of happening, I would then kind of like head back towards like the stairs, and then kind of make myself visible, almost like that one like weird faux guy from like Monsters Inc.
Oh, Randall?
Yeah, Randall. That
There you
guy.
go.
And like I just kind of like make myself visible. I'm like, so this must be where your prize
Well,
possession's being held at this moment.
Before you go on, because
I'm-
you said something, you asked me if you sensed anything, and then you went away from it. So go ahead and make first an Arcana or a Religion check. Or something
Okay,
close
cool.
to it. Yeah.
Show me a 15.
15. As you get closer and you kind of like use your psionic abilities to kind of just like sense around this area, any kind of innate magic energy, you focus in, of course, on the cage here, and you can feel this immense sense, this dire presence of evil just emanating from this area. And you can tell that the beast inside of this thing is definitely evil incarnate.
I don't necessarily need. So I know that the fiend's in there. With my telepathy, it doesn't necessarily say that I have to know or see the thing to try to cause a magical connection with it. Am I able to try and get in? Can I try to communicate with it? Even though I might not know its language.
Yeah, I think
Like I would.
your ability allows you to communicate as long as they can speak a language, I think.
It says a contacted creature doesn't need to share a language with you, but must be able to understand at least
Exactly.
one language.
That's how I would.
Okay. See, I misread that. Okay. So it can't be like a stupid or like a very.
It couldn't be like a
an
bear. A bear
unintelligent.
can't talk. Yeah. Or,
Okay.
or like a wolf. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna be like, okay. So then I would try to say once I kind of feel this energy, I'm aboard the ship. I mean you no harm. I'd like to know a little bit more about you.
You say that into its mind.
Yes.
Okay. You kind of begin to reach into its mind. You hear a grumbling voice that seems like it's being restrained, but wants to like break out of this state. Why have you imprisoned me here? What do you seek to gain from this?
I am not. I am not
Using
the
his
one.
bad guy voice, guys.
I am not the one that
That's
has.
scary.
I am not the one that has imprisoned you on this ship. With that being said, I do sense some sort of negative energy with you. I would like to let you know, I once was a rather negative person, but I was once shown the light, and now I've become this rather uplifting and positive person. And maybe
You
I could
got
say
bad
the
vibes,
same
man. You gotta be cool.
As he listens to this, goodness is not in my nature, but I can pretend if it amuses you.
I guess for the time being,
Nice.
it may. I'd like to know a
Very
little bit
well.
more about you.
I will
how'd you
try
end
to
up
be
on this ship?
good, but remember, this is not my true nature.
Understood. That's fine with me. I'd like to know, how'd you end up on this ship, and what is your purpose?
What is my purpose? What do you intend to do with me? I'm willing to listen, but don't push your luck.
Well, I just don't think it's quite right that a being of yourself is cooped up in this cage. I believe everyone deserves a second chance and some freedom.
Freedom. Chaos is freedom. Thrive on chaos. Evil. Spread destruction.
So if freedom is chaos and you thrive on chaos, then you must thrive on freedom then. Or you must desire so. Am I picking up what you're putting down?
You intend to free me?
Well, I didn't say all of that, but I'd like to know, how did you end up in this cage?
It's in my territory. Finding souls, lives for my master.
Your master? Well, is that where you're heading at this moment?
I've no idea where these fools are taking me. All I know is, as soon as these binds that shackle me are released, there will be hell to pay.
You know anything about the Arcane Brotherhood?
Go and roll another stealth check with advantage for me as you're standing here right next to these people for a number of minutes, having a conversation.
I love being able to talk through my mind. Show me. Oh, double.
Alright.
Both 13s, 21.
So what did?
Fuck, what did I just say?
I think it was you asked them something about the arcane.
Oh,
Brotherhood, right?
I said, do you know anything about the Arcane Brotherhood? Or have you heard of them?
Disgusting magic users, studying, poking, prodding, using our energies, leveraging our fear.
What would they be using your energy for?
I don't fucking know.
So it sounds like you don't like the Arcane Brotherhood. Because I believe that's where you are ending up, buddy. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Manto Zermeister. And honestly, the people on the ship have given me no reason to trust them. And I feel as if you feel the same way.
I mean, you can sense him, like, kind of wandering to himself as he's like, inside of this cage. Of course I don't trust them.
So the ship is next stop is in Luskin, and that's where we are all going. Just a heads up.
What should I do with this information?
Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about our relationship within the last couple minutes?
Not sure.
Do you want to fuck?
Would you swipe
I
right?
seduced the demon.
As long as it suits my purpose. Oh, I feel as though this relationship is my best interest.
I like the sound of that. I'm not alone on this ship. I come along with a couple other rather strong. I come with a strong crew. We call ourselves the Stormwreckers. All I'm saying is, once we land in Luskin, maybe you give the Stormwreckers a chance. I give you your emancipation, and maybe you come along with us. Because again, my crew feels we have not been giving any sort of we don't have a reason to trust this crew, essentially, on the ship.
I will remind you, with that Arcana check that you rolled, you could tell that this is pure evil inside of this. So take that information however you will. But
Oh, big time.
it says to you,
Go ahead.
do you even know what you're asking of a creature like me?
No, but I do know, with a crew like ours, if you turned on us, we'd put you 6 feet under the fucking ground.
And then Orcus would raise me right back up where I belong.
Orcus? Orcus. Why do you bring up Orcus?
Who do you think I do my bidding for?
Ah.
The Demon Lord of Undeath.
Now I got a real idea of who you are. Well, now that we have this sort of connection, if you ever want to be in communication with me at any point in the ship from here until Luskan, you just let me know. But I got a certain feel on what kind of creature I'm dealing with. Thank you very much. I didn't get your name.
As you
Let's
say
call
that, you
you,
hear a slamming
F-boy.
sound right next to you. God damn it! I keep on losing this goddamn game! If I swear to God, if I lose one more hand, I'm gonna be out of silver pieces. My old lady, oh, she's gonna have my neck ringed like a washcloth.
At that point, Crick's at the top of the stairs. He runs into the kitchen, grabs 2 dirty sandwiches, spits on them, like opens up each one, hawks a lug at each of them, closes it, and then like runs down the stairs. And he's like, "Gentlemen, lunch is served." As he like comes around the corner, and he's like frantic, like looking for Manto just to see, because he heard screaming.
They look up and was like,
he just runs down.
well, at least my day's finally starting to look up a little bit. Little man, give me that grub.
He hears little man. He sees one eyebrow raise up a little bit. He's like, "I'm at least average," and he kind of walks up, and I'm scanning the room for Manto. It's just like, what the fuck is going on down here?
Crick would hear in his mind, make them get up and go to the second floor to get their sandwiches and hold them there for as long as you can. Let me know
As soon
when
as
you
he's
start down.
As soon as he says that, I go to hand him the sandwiches, and I drop.
Because you
And it's
grab
like-
it. Yeah.
Oh no! And I step on it. It's like I almost step on his hand.
I
It's like,
can't win nothing today, damn it! You better have more of them sandwiches up there.
why don't you come up with me, and I'll make you a fresh one. You can even pick the fixins.
It's like, no, we're sorry. You going up there? Me and Joe Bob here. We got to sit back here and watch the cage.
The cage. I look around his corner. Is that where you keep the elk?
Boy, I wish we were transporting elk this week. Nah, some big old demon thing in there. Don't worry,
I
he
just start
won't
walking
bite you
over.
as long as we keep that cloth on there. They say.
And as they say that, I'm like putting my finger on the cloth and starting to pick it up a little bit.
You pick it up a little bit.
I'm like, "Demon!" And I go to stick my finger under. I don't know if they yell at me or anything.
They say, "Don't you touch that
stop.
thing!"
It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess you guys can come up for lunch whenever you're ready.
We'll have to wait for our shift
And then-
or someone to relieve us or something.
And then as I walk up, as I walk away, I just stop for a second, and I look like I'm like constipated, and I'm just thinking in my mind real hard for Mantos to be like, "I don't know what to do. You should probably come upstairs or something." I'm just sitting there looking at them with like this like look of constipation on my face.
He says, and I'm like,
And just like
Let me-
completely silent, and then it goes away, and I just walk away.
So, do I have an understanding of? So, like, I've heard Althea talk. I'm sorry, not Althea. Thea.
Yeah.
Talk. So, in
Althea told me.
Yeah.
in Thea, so I tried to impersonate Thea's voice as best I can in one of the guys' head as I try to grasp a connection with them, and I'm like, "It's okay. Go upstairs and have lunch. The beast isn't gonna go anywhere." I try to say that to them in their voice, pretending like it's like their own like thoughts.
Make a performance check. Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah, 7.
Begins to like kind of like look over at the other one. Man, I really wish our shift was up. I'm even starting to think crazy thoughts. Play another game? He said, yeah, let's play another one while we're waiting. It's like, but you're almost out of money. Shit, I am almost out of money. It's alright, can I have some of yours? No! He starts to hug his, and then they start going back and forth. And Crick goes upstairs at this point. You don't persuade them.
Yeah, I figured. I would tell Crick, I got nothing but.
Yeah.
And then immediately I go back to. Just remember, if you ever want to have any sort of communication, you know how to reach me. And I will not drink my potion of clairvoyance. I would actually, at this point, I would try to sneak around to the opposite side of the cage so that the guys don't see me.
Okay. As you begin to walk by them and sneak around, go ahead and make another stealth check with advantage.
19.
Okay, sneaky, sneaky. These guys are distracted by their card game. You maneuver your way around them and get right behind the cage.
All right. And so the first barrier. If someone else wants to do something, I know I've been here for a while. They can
Sure.
do something.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But yeah, Langston, do you have anything?
Not really, since I don't really know of like what's like happening below deck. I got really whole lot of like nothing I can do.
At this point, Crick goes upstairs though. It sounded like, right? So Crick, what are you doing?
Yeah. So after being down there and seeing what like something crazy's going on, I would kind of go up and look at Langston and the captain, and just say, guys, would you mind helping me with lunch? And then I also look at the 2 sick guards and go, and maybe we can put them somewhere more comfortable. I kind of guide everybody downstairs.
Selgren says, hey, don't give my guards instructions, alright? They're up here, they're working. You might look a little green, a little sick, but he'll get used to it. Isn't that right? He goes, yeah, I'm feeling better. The redhead one, he put magic healing on me. I feel good. I feel real good.
Do the clouds like move at that moment where it just gets way hotter and I'm just like
Exactly.
Just see if he pukes. I'm just like, now wait a minute.
So I got a fan out. I'm feeling fine. I'm okay.
I use power word vomit.
Totally good cantrip.
Recall. Yeah, he kind of like tells you, look, I'll give instructions to my crew. Okay, you worry about the kitchen or whatever you're doing.
As he says that to me, I just stare at him blank face for like 30 seconds. Completely stone cold face.
Hey,
and then I just go
slow or something, buddy. Hello.
Yes, I'll let you instruct my crew for now. And I take everybody downstairs.
All right.
Kind of rolls his eyes at you. Weird fucking little guy. He's like same height as you, and yeah, you take Langston and Rampu. You go down with him, with Crick too.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay.
I just so you know, when I was up there, I was like, "You guys should help me go serve lunch," and I'm like staring at each of you.
Okay, but I would come.
Okay.
Let's go get lunch.
Drag you guys down.
I don't know where we're going. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, and as we go down, we go into the kitchen, and I just tell him, I don't know what's happening down there, but he's been down there for a while. And there's definitely something weird down there.
Okay. So, I mean...
Yeah. There's a crazy monster down there.
Yeah, like if I get to the top of the stairs, do I detect anything like that, like Surge of Evil or anything that Manto had?
You can make an Arcana or Religion check as well.
They are the same for me, so we'll do this one. 17?
Yeah, as you kind of begin to get, I don't know, I would say up here, you're not really feeling it as, like, you know, dire as Manto was, but being, you know, a cleric of light, of course, you definitely get a sense of evil in the vicinity, within, like, a certain radius of you.
Okay. So that's not good, and he's just been down there striking up a conversation?
I think he might be doing something with it. Not sure what. And then I kind of speak very, very loudly and go, "If only we could find Mantis down here." But he must be in the kitchen.
We should go get him.
We're texting.
Shoot him a text.
Manto!
I don't think Luke's hearing us. Luke, you
I
slow.
hear you guys. Yeah, but that'd be like. Are you saying that to me though?
You're yelling it out loud.
You just hear Crick yell out, "If only we could find Manto," and then just kind of hanging out with the guys.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how you want me to react to that, but I guess I would just be like, yeah, I mean, I'm hiding behind the cage currently. I would say that to everyone, not just Rick. Just say I'm hiding behind the cage at this moment. I'm gonna see if
Doing
I can-
what?
I think I made a buddy.
A what?
Buddy. Buddy.
Dude, that thing made my butthole pucker just from its energy, and you're making friends with this thing?
There's a saying, you keep your friends close and enemies closer. I don't know. I'm not good with sayings. It's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No, you know what? That saying does check out. No, I'm with you on
Speaking
that
of
one.
sharpest tools, I then proceed to kind of get out my thieves' tools. I'm like, I'll be honest, I don't know much about this this black curtain that's kind of in front of me. Am I able to like lift it up to see like if it's just the cage underneath, or is that like arcanically like binded?
You can certainly try.
How would you like me to?
How would Manto try that?
I would try to lift up the black curtain.
Okay. So Manto goes to lift up the black curtain then. And, as he does, you hear rattling, banging kind of sound coming immediately from this area. And, whoops. And as soon as you lift up that curtain, you hear that banging, rattling kind of sound. You hear a deep guttural roar as you hear the metal of the cage start to get banged against, and instantly, boom, 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 one of the bars just flies across the room, and you see pulling across the one open space there, this 8-foot tall, demonic, ape-like beast who boom, 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 with knuckles the size of barrels begins to pound its chest, bangs down onto the ground, and immediately goes to slam you. We're gonna roll initiative.
So with his size, he was able to get through that one bar?
As soon as that lifted up, he ripped it open and was immediately, he is no longer contained by anything right now. Correct.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Alright.
20.
Let's give me one
Nice.
second. As that happens, the two, Joe Bob and Briggs right next to him, they both push the seats aside, fling up some of their chips and coins and cards. Holy shit, what the hell happened? And see this beast standing there, like, their swords out. Oh, fuck! Captain! Calls out and just kind of yells for help. And let me get some combat music on. And at the top of the round, we have Manto.
Yeah. So I would immediately drop the curtain, and I'm like, oh fuck. I wouldn't say that so that he hears it, but I would be like, just remember our conversation, as I like disengage. Wait, hold on. Is he within? Yes, he would be within melee distance. I would bonus action, cunning action to disengage, and then for my action, I would dash. That's allowed, right? Like I would be able to dash for my full action.
Yeah.
Cool. In doing so, I'm still using like, would I still be able to have my chameleon carapace, even though like that's technically an action, but like I had expressed that like I was trying to blend in, or would I have to try and make a stealth check without being?
While you're dashing, you have disadvantage on stealth as well. So yeah, you would have to try to make a check to be able to do that.
Fuck it, we'll try. Yeah, we'll try.
Okay, so go ahead and just make a stealth check. I mean, so
with disadvantage.
No, just flat.
Flat. Oh yeah, 11.
Okay, as you see the Bargura's eyes, piercing red, just scan and follow you as you begin to run out of the room here.
All right, so I would get there, and I would say to the guys, "Uh-oh, cat's out of the bag." And by cat, I mean fiend.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. I will say I'm going to not give you guys an action this turn, being that it is the jump of initiative and you guys weren't in the room, didn't really know about the combat happening. So now that he's told you about it, I'll let you guys then your initiatives will jump in on the next round essentially.
Okay.
So the Bargura up now. Oh, let me add these guys too.
Cute name.
Did I add them as a group? Yeah, I didn't mean to. Let me delete that.
Is anybody else having the
hit
top
spacebar.
of like their sheet disappear?
Yeah, it's a bug on because D&D Beyond changed some stuff. Just use spacebar to close the character sheet and open it. If that's what you're needing.
Cool.
Okay.
That is it. Thank you, dude.
Of course, the Bargura comes running out of this the area where his cage once stood. Immediately sees these two guys here, and with that, he takes his massive fist and boom, slams one against one of them. That will hit with a 24.
Oh no!
Does 6 damage to him. He goes and slams another punch across him, hits him again with a 17. And with 8 damage, Manto, you watch as the second punch. The first one kind of, you watch as his body goes like almost limp with this, and the second one follows through, knocks him, and his body goes completely limp and goes sliding back across the floor right against you as a streak of blood just smears across the ground, leaving a trail behind him. And he looks down at the next guy here with his massive tusks sticking out, and he goes and grabs him, tries to bite his fucking head. And he does with a 25. And
I have awakened the beast, you guys.
11 damage.
Yeah, message received.
And
I'm 0 for 2 on separating the group.
boom, boom, begins to bang his chest a bit more, running closer as his eyes are really focused in on Manto. You can see him almost smiling with this, and if your connection is opened up in your mind, you would hear, "Be good. It's a novel concept for a demon." As he ends his turn there. This next bandit is massive bite taken out of him. You see,
On bandit.
he's got the Evander Holyfield going on right now. He takes out his scimitar and just like kind of like looks around frantically, just tries to take one big slash down at him. And just kind of bounces off of his thick flesh and does not seem to scrape him or do any sort of damage. That will bring us to Manto now.
Yeah, I would then get my psychic blades going, and I yeet one at him, and I'm just like, "Hey, I tried, buddy. I tried to help you. Not 20, bitch."
Ooh, nat 20 will hit. You do get sneak attack on that too.
Oh, that's sneak attack there
Yeah.
too.
Alright.
Ooh, he's gonna get fucking smacked.
So max, so 10, so 16 damage plus. Oh, whoopsies. Plus 16 plus. Oh, womp womp. 7.
No, your sneak attack's 2d6.
Yeah, correct. I took the max on 1. Oh shit, you're right.
You
So
did 1
12.
plus.
So
12,
it would be 4d6
13.
total.
No, it's
Yeah.
6 plus 12.
So
Right?
it would be
Because
it
the
would
2 are
be
max.
15. It'd be 15 and
We got it right on that second one, yeah.
yeah,
15.
15 and what was it? What was the first one?
6 plus 4 plus
16?
6, right? 14.
So 15 and 14.
29. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Then I did something wrong. Whoops. All right, yeah, massive psychic blade as he gives this intimidating thought into your mind. You just swing right back, and gave you a chance, and you throw this blade, and it strikes him, and you just hear him like let out this monstrous guttural roar that, of course, now you guys on the upper deck can really hear and reverberates even the floor from underneath of your feet. And this psychic damage seems to definitely be rattling him a bit. Do you have a bonus
Yep.
action you want to use?
Oh, big time. And then I throw with my non-dominant hand. Psychic
Alright.
blade. Oh, womp womp, 9.
And 9's gonna miss.
9. And then I would then proceed to just run. Is it this door that I'd be running to?
No, it's these stairs. You have to go around the corner and up the stairs.
So I have to go within his melee range.
No. You go up north.
Okay.
Other way.
Oh, okay, I see. 1, 2, 3.
Drag you
Okay,
over.
so I'd get like 2 or 3 more squares out of moving for 25 feet. So I guess I'd end up right next to Langston, and I'd be like, "Careful, guys, he's coming."
Oh yeah, no, message received. No, you'd have to be deaf not to hear that one.
Love you two guys.
Why?
In our defense,
just a full Italian hands. Why?
In our defense, I did say if he tried to do this, we'd fucking kill him. So, let's do just that.
I have no idea what this fucker looks like. I cannot wait to see if this is a fucking killable thing.
Give him a poop sandwich.
All right, Rampu, you are up now. Oh, let me move Jake down. Well, would you have Jake with you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let me move him down.
He's my boy.
Got a little log jam here.
Yeah, right.
So, seeing Anto run up, I would assume that this beast is gonna chase after him. So I just look at him and say, "Uh-oh," and I'm gonna pull out a bow and arrow, and I'm gonna ready an action when I see that thing come up. I'm going to shoot at it. And could I ready a bonus action to use my hunter's mark as well?
You can only ready actions, and no, you'd only be able to ready one thing at a time, anyways.
That's cool. But yeah, I'll wait to see it, and I'll take a shot at it. And I'll just tell everybody, stay back, let it come to us. Do not stay close. If it is what the captain told us, this thing has big-ass fists. Stay away from them.
I can concur. Its knuckles are massive.
Fantastic.
Far away.
All All right, so we got a ready to
And
action.
as he says this, we're all still in a very close space,
And
piled up on each
whatchamacallit,
other.
my Drake will ready an infusion for me.
Okay, that is just a reaction, so no need to ready that. Yeah. Do you want to stay where you're standing?
Move a few feet back.
Okay.
Bam. I'll
Beautiful.
tell everybody to do the same.
Okay, cool. Oops. Up next, you guys just hear downstairs. Oh God, no! As a slamming kind of sound comes down, and yeah, he's fucking dead. Oh, max
It's just
damage.
one day away from retirement.
Says today's really not my day. As just boom gets slammed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just wanted a sandwich.
Yeah.
This dude lost all of his
All I
silver.
wanted was a Pepsi.
His sandwich was dropped on the floor, and then he gets killed. This is such a bad day for this dude.
Oh man, my old lady can't kill me now. You guys just hear stomping after that. First you hear the scream, and then you hear slam, and then silence, and then all of a sudden you hear stomping coming up the stairs or around the vicinity. As soon as he peeks his head around the corner, you see him. He's like squeezing through this tiny space. He's trying to like push himself through here. Rampu, you see him, his big head poke out through here.
I'm gonna lucky that.
Okay.
Best feat.
Are you serious? Another
Oh,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
use my inspiration.
Ocho.
Okay.
He really wants us to hit.
16.
16 will hit.
Hey, buddy. You gotta
Hilarious.
will it, boys.
Yeah, seriously.
And
Numbers game.
Seriously.
5 plus bam. Oh yeah. 11
Nice.
damage.
Nice. And that's is it fire that he's infused with right now?
Err.
Yeah, is that the bolt kind of strikes through him and flames through the air, ignites through the air. It strikes into him, and you see the fire. The arrow definitely seems to hurt him. The fire begins to spread a little bit. He instantly just smacks it out, kind of brushes it off as if it was nothing. And the fire didn't seem to really hurt him too much. And as he's still up now, he just makes his way in front of Manto. His left hand, his fist comes pummeling out at him. Let's see. Oh, it was on a 16, but a 10 is gonna miss, I believe. We got
Too close.
Manto. Yep. As he goes and swings
Close
at
spot.
his knuckle punches into the wall, and he has to pull back, and then he looks at you with his massive tusk sticking out of his mouth, and he goes and takes a chomp at you. 25 to hit.
Ooh, I do believe that does hit.
Yes, 13 points of piercing damage on you. As he bites into you, you hear like a crunching sound of Manto's exoskeleton underneath of his bite.
Oh.
And Crick, you are up now. There is a wall. Here, I'll show you. Just so you know, like, you cannot see, like, between this area where that wall is.
Like,
Oh,
so he's
draw
on
it.
the left side.
Correct.
Yeah, he's on the left side in the corridor. So like, Crick. I mean, I obviously can't get in there. So I just kind of scream out to Langston and Manto. Like, I even like give Langston like an elbow, and I kind of like tug at Manto to like signify that they need to get out of the way. And I go, "You're in my spot," and I kind of like pull Manto. I obviously don't move him, and then as I do that, Langston sees my entire right arm go into my left sleeve, like all the way up to the shoulder. And I'm going to ready, if they both move, I'm going to ready dumping out my sleeve down the stairwell.
Okay. Works for me. Anything else that you want to do?
That's it. Ready to action. Oh, and within all that, they both feel the reverberation of my defensive matrix popping up.
Hell yeah. Swarming around your tiny nanobites. And Langston, you are up.
Well, I mean, I'll see Crick do like the magician act and his arm disappear, and I'm just like, oh, this poor son of a bitch. Okay. And I will take a step back to allow Crick the ability to get to where he needs to. And then I can still see this giant thing, right?
Correct. Yeah, you definitely can.
I'm gonna whip a 2nd level guiding bolt at this thing.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just like, oh, this was what was in the cage. Fuck me.
Told you guys a big gorilla demon.
That's a natural 20.
Nice. That's what's up. Is that your
That's
first one
two
on
nats
an
right
attack
there.
roll?
That's my first one on an attack roll, and it's a 2nd level guiding bolt.
There
so
you
this is
go.
10d6.
I love it.
This is 10d6 coming at
So
him.
roll 5d6 and then plus
Oh.
then plus 30 damage.
I am so sorry.
No worries,
It rolled
no.
all 6.
No worries. Roll
Or
5.
all of
We're
them.
gonna get you a much better roll. So roll
Yeah.
5d6
So just roll 5d6.
and then we'll add
Okay.
30 to it. Yeah.
So that is
Damn,
15
5,
plus 30.
45.
45. Jesus Christ.
That's a big
Describe how you do
boy.
this. Yeah, because that's a huge moment.
Langston absolutely like sees Crick reach into his sleeve and is like, okay, so we're just gonna absolutely go everything in one go with this thing, and I'm just gonna get my scarf out and look at this giant gorilla monster and just start doing like the most aggressive shimmy. You could almost swear you see like smoke coming off of it from how fast I'm moving my hands, and I just go, absolutely not, fuck all of this. And then you'll just see the like biggest lightning bolt of holy energy just get thrown off me, like do like a little like loop-de-loop around Manto's head and then gun right for it.
As soon as I see that, like absolutely raised hell, I'm like, I told you, we're gonna kill you. That's why they call us the Stormwreckers.
Yeah, you see he's like freaking out now as he's glowing with this aura around him. He's like trying to swing around and try to put it out to no avail. Huge hit Langston on that. Anything else that you want to do?
I stood back, did my movement. Any bonus actions I could do? I don't think so. Just kind of want to semi get his attention off Manto a little bit and just be like, hey, you are going to get fucked up, but it's just a matter of who's going to do it. And then I'll just kind of wait to see what Crick's grand sleeve magic's going to hold.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, at the top of the round, coming down the ladder is Captain Thea Crew. After being called by her crew members from down the ship, she comes down here. What the hell is going on? And she turns the corner. Who the hell let him out of the cage? And she starts to climb back up the ladder. Get him alive! Get him alive! He's worth too much to be dead! He starts to climb back up the ladder. And that's her go right there. Manto, you hear her begging you guys to make sure you get him alive. And what do you do?
He
Um,
runs away.
Yeah.
Cool bitch.
no. I would say somehow he let himself out. I would say that to her telepathically, as I then shoot off a psychic blade at him.
All right, yeah, go for it.
12.
You have advantage.
Fuck yeah.
Just this hit because of the guiding bolt.
13.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah. Bonus action. We're gonna rip non-dominant hand psychic blade. Oh yeah, 25.
That will hit.
And oh yeah, 8 damage. And let me see. Thea, is she within melee range technically?
Yeah, I mean she's starting to climb up the ladder, but yeah.
So I would be able to get a sneak attack with that.
No, because she is not involved
Okay.
in the combat right now.
Gotcha. Sure.
Yeah,
Um.
and there's a
That
wall
is-
separating them. Yeah, so
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
okay. Anything else?
No, that is my turn.
Gotcha. As she sees you try to stab him the one time and miss, and then successfully stab him the second time. What the hell are you doing? Get him alive! She starts climbing up. I'll get some ropes or something! And, Rampu, you were up.
Okay, hearing her say that, even though she's not joining the combat directly, I'm like, that's fine. And I'm going to cast... So this thing still has to go around the stairs and come, like, over here?
No, it just has to go through Manto space, essentially. I'll move his token. It's coming up those stairs right there, and that pink line is the wall that... Yeah, it's, like, squeezed in right now.
So I'm gonna yell to Manto, Manto, move backwards at me! And I'm gonna cast Snare right behind him.
It's true, he didn't move even though Crick told him.
Crick turns around and goes, I already asked him to do that. And then Crick remembers a dream he had of like telling Manto to jump in the water so he could turn him into a shark. And he didn't. And he burnt a spell slot in the middle of a fight with, I don't know what the creature was, but Uthas, and he just feels like he's there again.
Hilarious.
As he just slowly pulls his arm out of his wizard sleeve and stands there.
Yeah, Rampu, go on.
I do it. Cast Snare over here.
Okay.
And, bonus action. Go ahead and put my Hunter's Mark on this thing just in case I need.
So you can only cast one leveled spell per turn.
Okay. I'll keep the Snare then.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So, Snare takes 1 minute to cast. So that's like something you do as like a protective, like you guys can make like a trap or something like that.
Yeah, never mind. I do not do that. I'm just gonna Hunter's Mark that bitch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna totally disregard what the captain said. I think it's either it or us.
All right.
And I'm gonna take a shot
Oops.
Non-lethal.
with Combo.
Non-lethal, it has to be a melee attack.
That's right.
Ooh, 18. It was so close
18
to that
hits.
20. Okay, and I'll infuse that bad boy. Bam. Oh yeah, 9 plus 2d6 plus 4, so 13 damage.
Okay. Yeah, and one of those dice rolls was fire, right? So I can keep
Yes.
track. Okay. Whoopsies.
I was about to say,
it just
damn.
said nan. It just was like, no, I'm done letting you add numbers up. It's taking too long. Alright. Yeah, you strike into him.
And-
Definitely hurts him, but he still has some rage in his eyes and fight in his heart.
Could Jake squeeze through Manto and Langston?
He
get to him?
cannot. Oh, what's he? He's a small. No, it has to be tiny. Yeah.
Okay. So then that'll be.
Wouldn't that take half movement though?
He
Or
can
double?
he can squeeze in. He can't share your space. He can squeeze between you guys and get to another space, but he can't end his space in someone else's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he could get right there if that's what you're trying to do. Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem.
But from there, he wouldn't be able to attack the creature, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so now
Crick's just trying to get to the stairs.
Play with Papa.
Yeah, right.
Crick's really just wants
Alright.
to get to the stairs.
Crick, you are
Crick's
up
looking
now.
really defeated right now. The monkey didn't do anything?
Oh, yep. Sorry. I didn't
Got a
take his
name.
turn. It's skipped him. Yes. Let's see. Rage in his eyes still. He looks out at you guys as this rage, this red aura just kind of starts to illuminate and burn through you guys. You start to notice that the wood around the planks in the ground start to sprout what look like roots and limbs and branches, and they all begin to climb up around this area as he casts Entangle, and I need everyone to make a strength save.
That's not great.
Fucker.
That's not sexy at all. Ooh, a 0. Does that pass?
That's a 9.
So a creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants
15
until the spell
for
ends.
me.
You can make the strength check against the spell DC or as an action to free yourself.
Fuck.
So I'm sorry. What if
Yeah, 15 for me.
if you rolled above 13, you succeed. So everyone fails except for Rampu.
Hold on. Oh, not one for Jake.
There you go. Cool. So this whole area is wait, does it become difficult terrain too? I can't remember. Yes,
I
it
think
does.
it does.
Yep. I wasn't sure if it was a
Makes sense.
temporary thing, but yeah, just roots all coming up around here, and it makes sense that Rampu would be the only one to be able to like navigate around this a little bit, being one to
Yeah, pretty
traverse
awesome.
the wildlands. And you all are restrained here as it begins to beat its chest and regenerate some of its energy. Crick, you are up now.
Alright, so can't move. Can't do anything.
Whoops, not poison. Sorry, I didn't mean to click poison for you guys. Restrained. There we go.
We're all poison. I'm gonna try to unrestrain myself, I guess.
Yeah, it's a strength
Yeah.
check to be able to do so. Restrained.
That's action, or
It
that
is
at
an
the
action to do it. So restrained, of course, is just your speed is 0, your attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage.
end? Okay.
So you can still
Alright,
attack
tell
if
you
you
what,
want and stuff, cast spells, but yeah, you're stuck here.
Alright, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get out of it.
Okay. Yep. Strength check.
Did not get out of it.
You try to grunt and groan and move your way out of here, and the roots and the branches all begin to pull you closer and tighter in, as you are stuck there.
That's it.
Oof. All right, Langston, you're up.
So since I'm restrained, if I Misty Step, would that basically free me?
Yes, it would.
Tight. Also, follow-up question due to being Fey touched. If I do, if I use Misty Step, does that does that exhaust a spell slot? Because like in features and whatnot, it has like I can click it, like I get like 1 use of Silvery Barbs and Misty Step. Does
Correct.
that still count as a spell slot, or
So
no?
no, you get to use the usage slot of that for the ability, and then once those usage slots are up, wow, I did not say that properly. You can use spell slots after that to supplement
on!
that. Yeah.
Cool. Then I will use Misty Step. Let me make sure that did that for me. It didn't, of course. So that'll just set myself free. I want to move, use some of my movement to like get right behind Manto. I want to apply a healer's kit charge to him as my action. So that is 1d6 plus 8. Ooh, there you go, buddy. You get 13 back to you.
Kinky. I am level, baby.
And then I will use the remainder of my movement to kind of step like behind Crick, I think, at the moment. That way I'm just kind of out of line of fire for everything.
Love it. Anything else for you?
Misty Step would have been my bonus action.
Great.
Action was Healer's Kit. I think I'm good.
Love it. Good turn. Good turn. All right. So as you get on out of this space, actually, so I'm sorry. When I said that you would be not restrained anymore, I'm sorry. Let me just double check the rules of the entangle one more time. I think you're fine as you're out of here. It's just it's just difficult terrain now for you. All right.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool. Manto, you are up now as you get healed from Langston. Thea climbing up to the top deck. She reaches over to grab a rope and then tosses it on down. She says, "Whoever needs to can use this," and just tosses it. It lands in between Crick and Manto, to the south of Crick and to the left of Manto, or to the left of Crick, to south of Manto. If you get him alive, some of the gold will be yours. And it's your turn, Manto.
Okay. I would try to get out from being entangled.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check, please. You guys
14?
are minus ones. A 14 will just do it. As it's more so that your nimble, like kind of thinness of your insect-like body is able to maneuver out of these weeds and vines grasping at you. So that was your action to do that.
Can I bonus action pick up the rope?
That could be a free action.
Okay, bonus action then. Okay, free action. I pick up the rope. Bonus action with my free hand that's not holding the rope. Well, I guess I have 3 other free hands. Got another.
Brag about it.
I would actually, I know, right? I would actually cunning action. Nah, I would psychic blade.
Okay. Grab the rope. Get out of the grasp of
another
the
nat
vines
20.
and psychic blade him.
Damn, that's
Nice.
two for Luke today.
Very nice.
Nice.
And
No
I get sneak attack for that one.
No sneak attack. on this one.
Ah, boo. All right. Unfortunately, that's with a D4, so I get 4 plus 5, 9. So 9 damage. Psychic damage.
Not
No,
bad.
wait, that's not technically melee, so yeah.
You can use the dex
And-
for your melee attack against them.
Even though psychic blade is considered a ranged attack.
It can be ranged or melee. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that, but I think you can.
Oh.
I think that's the purpose of why there's strength and dex
You're absolutely right.
based,
Yep,
but
you are right.
yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
So if I but if I
No,
If
so
I
so
make
you're
it-
proficient because you are. It's a light and like what's it called? I can't think of the weapon type.
Finesse.
Yeah, finesse. You can use dex or strength for the bonus, whichever you prefer.
it doesn't matter which one is considered a melee.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
But the
Alright, but yeah,
range
so-
has to be dex though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but I don't think that gets him down to 0.
Nope, it does
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I figured. I will move. Can I move right? If I move right here, is that technically out of his melee range because the wall's right there?
No. Technically, like, that's a strange rules as written kind of scenario. You never leave his 5-foot melee range, even though you're out of his, like, sight. No, but it says no op attack on you from him.
Cool. So I would move right there, whilst holding the rope, and
Okay.
that is my turn.
Rampu.
Hey! Go ahead and how hurt is this thing looking?
It's looking pretty hurt. It definitely still has some rage and battle within it. But you guys know it couldn't possibly last too much longer if you guys continue, the onslaught that you put on it so far.
Alright, well, I'm gonna add to the onslaught because I'm gonna go ahead and add my own infused strikes to it. I'll go with lightning,
Sure.
and it's a D4. That's a
Alright.
bonus action. And I'll take a shot with my longbow. Come on, baby. Do the twist. Oh yeah, 19.
19
Pretty good.
hits.
So we got this.
Okay.
Max damage there is a good start. Now you said Jake's fire damage wasn't doing anything, right?
It's doing something, but not as much as you'd hope.
Alright, well I'll still use his reaction for it just because, but got 2 6 there and a
Yeah,
D4
might as well
here.
use his reaction. Let's see.
So one of the ones is fire, one of the ones is lightning. The 6 is mine.
Of course, that's how it goes. All right. So you notice that the fire and the lightning both just instantly, as the arrow strikes into his body, just usually it spreads and kind of you watch as the lightning convulses them a little bit and the fire spreads and burns them a little bit, just instantly goes out as it hits them, and they seem to do no damage to him at all for with this one. I mean, with your old ones and the resistance.
The resistance. Okay. And now this time Jake is gonna run up to him, take a big old chomp.
Jake is restrained right now, right? Because he failed
Oh,
that
yeah, I
save,
forgot,
so
yeah.
he can, you know,
Can he do a save?
absolutely, he can make a strength check. So d20 plus 3.
Uh, 9. 11 actually. Yeah.
11. 11's not gonna quite do it. Jake starts to like bite away at some of the vines and stuff, and another whips around him and pulls him in tighter, and he cannot break out of that for the time being. This Barlgura comes stomping on up in here. Some of the vines and stuff crack away at each one of his steps. As he steps on into this room, he grabs the first thing he can see, which is this little guy in front of him. Little crick, and he just winds up, boom, like a cartoon, and tries to sock you. A 17 to hit.
He socks me.
Smack. Oh, not too big of a hit. Does 5 points of damage. Crick's got this little protection layer around him currently that seems to absorb most of that, as a second punch, whoom, comes in at Langston, who illuminated him previously and did that massive hit on him.
Can I warding flare that?
Yeah, sure, yeah, because I didn't really give you a chance to do that before. Absolutely. 22.
Well,
I'm also gonna op attack it with Sentinel,
It never leaves your space.
right? Because he's hitting a friend. But he's hitting somebody.
Oh
next
yeah,
to
that's
me
right.
now.
Well, yeah, go ahead. I forget what that verbiage in Sentinel is.
Right?
but,
I thought I could. I'll double look it.
And is he
No.
has he left my melee range
He has not.
technically?
No.
Okay.
His square is still butted up against yours. So 10 points of damage to you, Langston. That's bludgeoning damage.
why?
And
I could use my reaction.
and yeah, go for it then. Let me change something.
6.
Nice.
Thanks for trying, buddy.
And as you go and try to strike him with that, and he just absorbs that hit, he stands up tall, turns, and looks at you once again. Crick grabs you by both shoulders, and you just see his mandible go wide as saliva drips on top of your head, and you can feel him biting down at you. 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
That's 13 more points of damage, piercing damage, as he beats his chest and boom, 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 punches up on the ceiling a couple of times. You can hear people up on the top deck like murmuring and worried about that, of course. Thea says, "Get him alive!" But she's up on the top deck, but she's looking down the hole right now. And Crick, you are up.
After I get bit, and I hear her get him alive, and there's the rope, and everything's going on, and it's this small little corridor. I go, maybe this will work. And I reach into my sleeve again, and I flip out the entirety of like grease-filled rocks, just kind of like at him, and I like angle it like down, like towards him and down the stairs.
Okay.
I think we had like 250 pounds in there.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a thing though, is like you don't have like a force to like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it just plops out in front of me.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
It just goes. It's like
Alright,
grease.
so what we're gonna do is make a dex check against your spellcasting ability, or dex saving throw against your spellcasting ability.
13.
Let's say 12. Okay, so go ahead and roll. Let's do. Let me do something real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 4d10.
$19.
19. Okay. Does Crick maybe like you got the ladder right in front of you, right? Do you maybe give yourself a little bit of leverage or anything like that?
I'd probably that would make sense because after this I'm gonna try to get the rope from Manto.
Okay. Well, yeah, so with that 19 points of damage, you get on top of, you start climbing up the rope, and you just kind of let out this sleeve full of rocks and grease and butter and mayonnaise and whatever Crick has found along his travels so far. And this whole area, actually, I'm going to need, Langston to make that dex save as well.
Oh.
It was going to be a 10-foot radius. Or if
Okay.
it's not him, then it's Manto.
Woo!
16, okay.
you go.
You seem to succeed that then. You'll take
needs modifiers?
half of the 19 damage.
Okay.
So 9 damage. And the Bulgura rocks start pummeling on top of him. You watch as he gets completely buried underneath these rocks and falls down prone. And you can just see like his massive knuckle sticking out of some of these rocks here as he is restrained and prone for the time being.
So as I go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So went over, grabbed the rope, up the ladder, split that out. Langston goes down. I'm like, oh my god, Langston! And then I take the rope and I jump on top of the monkey. So now I am on top of the monkey with the rope, like trying to start, like, I don't know, like if you ever seen like people like tie up the giants in those like movies where they just like lace the ropes over them.
Yeah, Gulliver's Tales or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So I
Gulliver's
just
Travels, that's
jump
what
right
it's
on
called,
top of them. Yep, exactly. And I got the rope and I'm just like frantically trying to like tie him up and do all that stuff while he's slipping in grease.
Hell yeah, hilarious. As you guys see this ridiculous scene that Crick lays out before you as he's trying to tie down the Bulgura with this rope as he's being held down with this ridiculous amount of debris, pebbles, rocks, just random shit that Crick has collected from Dragon's Rest. You see him beginning to hop on him and try to tie him down. And Langston, you are up.
I would also yell out to
yeah.
Manto to maybe try and get the cape that was downstairs.
That's what I was going to see if I could run and do, but I think Manto can move a lot quicker than me, so I'm gonna just reaffirm that and be like, Manto, I think the curtain would be useful. And we have a scroll of hold person, don't we?
To you guys?
I think we do, but I don't think this is a
have it
person.
in my inventory, but I like.
Yeah, I remember us getting one,
we
but
found one in a loot pile.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I definitely found